Welcome everybody, welcome. I want to start this video out by saying all constitutional rights invoked, none waived, as usual. And I'm going to get into talking about, just some specific things that I wanted to address in this video this time around. First of all, I want to talk about, start with Todd Sidoti. Mr. Sidoti, as you all know who've been following this channel, we haven't forgot about ya. And Mr. Sidoti has actually not been participating in the litigation, but he is primarily the main one who asked the district court over here in Arizona to transfer the case over to Columbus, Ohio, because many of you know that the case was filed here in the state of Arizona, and it was in front of Judge Diane J. Humatewa. And essentially what happened is she transferred the case to Ohio because Todd Sidoti, in his motion, he asked that the court transfer the case because it will be in the best interest of justice and more reasonable for them, since it's so many of the plaintiffs and it was only so many of the defendants and it's only two of us plaintiffs, okay? So he has not been participating in the litigation, even though he is one of the ones who asked for the case to be transferred. I'm going to bring up a significant point about that as I get into these as I get further into this discussion. So I find that to be kind of deceptive again, and I find that to be unfair to us as plaintiffs, unfair to the litigation at hand, unfair for a number of different reasons, because Todd Sidoti has been getting away with dirt. He went down to the bankruptcy court in Ohio and they protected him down there, and he filed a bankruptcy to get our state case stayed for 60 months, and the shit didn't work, okay? And so I was in contact with the Department of Justice, and that bankruptcy case got thrown out, all right, because he only filed that bankruptcy as a way to get out of the litigation. And there is some provisions that says if you're engaging in any kind of criminal activity, if the activity could be deemed as criminal, then the bankruptcy stay will not apply. Okay, so he knows that, and so we haven't really been discussing much about Todd Sidoti because we've been focusing on a lot of other things, because there's been a lot of other things that have been going on, in my life personally, and and just surrounding this case, period. There's been a lot of different stuff going on, there's a lot of components, there's a lot of different legs and arms to this thing, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, okay? So, Todd Sidoti, we haven't forgot about you, young man. We're still gonna get y'all. Still gonna get y'all. But he hasn't submitted any paperwork to this court in Columbus. He hasn't submitted any updated pleading. He hasn't responded. The FBI field office in Columbus, they have not responded. They have not said anything. They've been hush hush. It's just I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for the system there in Columbus. I'm embarrassed because you have people that are passionate about, you have people that get into law and that are passionate about law, and they gotten into it because maybe their parents did it, maybe their parents or their family was involved in it, and it's a family tradition, thing like that. And if I would have went to law school, and if I would have paid all that money and then got in there and was passionate, and then I would have hit the field and start practicing and seeing how this is how they carry on, I would have felt cheated. I would have felt cheated out of my money, because I would have been like, okay, they are not, because they're not reading. And it's evident that they're not reading, but they play these games, all right? They play these different games as far as like technicality games on technicalities, and they try to not really focus on the merits of the case if they know that the merits of the case is really strong. You see what I mean? So they try to evade, or they try to play technicality games like Todd Sidoti did when he tried to evade using that bankruptcy. But what he has done now is he put himself in a more severe situation, because he has no res judicata to assert, because we didn't litigate no claims against him, because we were forced to drop the claims because they were playing around. Okay? And that is what I call the boomerang effect. You cannot do something and think that it's not going to come back to get you. You can't intentionally do something with ill intent to someone, and then you can't turn around and think that it's not going to come back to bite you. It might not come back to bite you tomorrow. It might not come back to bite you the next month. It might come back to bite you 2 or 3 years down the line, but it's coming back. It's going to come back to bite you. Okay? So it would have been easier if I was Todd Sidoti's attorney, or any of these other defendants' attorney, I would have made them tell me exactly what happened, and I would have been able to analyze it against the complaint that was filed against my client, and I would have been able to been like, okay, all right, and then I would have seen how much I could defend against it. But when someone is telling the truth, I don't care how inexperienced they are or how inartfully their case is played. When somebody is telling the truth and they have filed a complaint against you, if you know that you did that, then you need to be looking on ways to how to mitigate, to get the matter resolved and done and over with. Because see, what happens is you try to still get over on the people who know that you did it. Like, regardless of anything, I know they did this. So that's why I said in the last video, it's never going to be over until justice is served, because I know for a fact they did it. I don't care about all these little technicalities and all this little stuff that Courtney J. Tramaco is desperately grasping at invisible straws and trying to, get out of this thing. It's not, you're not getting out. It's not going anywhere. They did this and they continue to engage in criminal activity, and they're going to get it. I don't care who don't like it. You ain't gotta like it. Okay? Now back to Todd Sidoti. So it would have been easier if they would have stepped up to the plate on the state level, and instead of thinking they can pull one over, thinking that somebody is dumb, that they wouldn't know what to do if they went and filed bankruptcy, they should have been trying to do the right thing at that juncture. Okay? Let me give you a good example. Case in point. My brother, he offered to settle with his wife out of court, because it was getting too much. Okay, and so he was like, okay, well, I'll settle. He said, just give me $70,000. Just give me $70,000. Her attorney, which is Stacey Gilbert Orsborne, was like, no. Okay, so what has happened is it has made the situation worse. Okay, because not only did he get more than $70,000, but they committed new crimes. Okay, they committed new crimes. They're caught up in this federal matter. Okay. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's going to get even more worse. And I'm going to tell you why. It's going to get even more worse if I find out they had anything to do with what happened here in Arizona on May 24th between my brother and I. Okay? Because you can't tamper with a federal witness. You can't tamper with a federal witness. Okay? So they better pray like hell that I don't find out that they have any type of connection with this Renee Asamoah Botama. They better pray like hell, because if they did, the shit gonna hit the fan nasty. Okay? It's gonna hit the fan real nasty. Alright? It's gonna hit the fan nasty because they're not smart and they're trying to use that in the argument. So it kind of makes me a little suspicious, because Courtney J. Tramaco is using that, trying to use that in the argument, saying that, his brother didn't sign the paper. Do you know how many papers he didn't sign? There's a lot of papers he didn't sign. He's a plaintiff on this case. I'm not representing him. I'm representing my claims. Okay? Our situation derives out of the same activity. All right? The situation derives out of the same activity. It's the same activity. So I have to talk about what happened to him and talk about what happened to me, because it's all intertwined. It's all intertwined. It's the same events. The same events that affected him is the same exact events that affected me. Courtney J. Tramaco is acting like she don't understand this. She keeps grasping at invisible straws. She keeps lying to the court. She lied to the court again and said, oh, he did part 2 in the video on YouTube and he's saying that he is representing his brother. No, I did not say that. That is your interpretation of what I said. I did not say that. You're lying to the court and you're putting words in my mouth. Okay? You might have some cognitive issues that you need to sort out, because I did not say that. All right? I said he is a plaintiff in this case and I'm a plaintiff in this case, and we both have valid claims because we were both damaged in our business and property as it states in the RICO law. Okay? And I also said that I have a constitutional authority to ask the government for redress for my grievances. Okay? All right? Okay? So, I was a little disturbed when I seen this. This lady, she's continuing on and on and on. I mean, I think that maybe Mr. Geary and Mr. Geary and Miss Orsborne, they might need to get an attorney. They might need to shop a new attorney. Because this lady is completely, she's making everything worse. Okay, because she's pissing me off. And initially I said that, I would be open to just getting this thing over with, that I would not pursue the criminal charges, because I definitely can. Okay. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get upset, because now I feel like that she's just trying to, tit for tat, and she's, doing this thing, and I feel like she's taunting me. So, she's making this worse for them. She's not making this any better. This matter is not getting any better, because there's ways that they could be indicted for doing what they did. Okay. And initially I said I would refrain from doing that. But this lady, she is showing that she's unethical. She hasn't responded to no emails. She hasn't emailed me one time ever. She hasn't responded to anything, and I know why. Because she's butthurt. She's in her feelings. Okay? Get out of your feelings and answer my email. Okay? Do your job and get out of your feelings. All these arguments that they made, he's trying to prosecute for criminal, with using criminal statutes that doesn't provide a private right of action. I mean, these people done said it all. Don't know what you're talking about. And then arguing about this continuity and open-ended, and threat of continuity. Like, you didn't even read the complaint. You haven't read the complaint. Because if you would have read on the complaint, you would have seen on page 200 that we talked about open-ended continuity. You are just like, they wasting their money, really. They really are. And I'll just believe they need to get a new attorney. An attorney that actually knows what they're doing, instead of trying to use every little thing to try to get out and try to be slick. Okay? Courtney Tramaco's clients are the people who spearheaded this whole crime. All right? They were the masterminds. They directed Shochun Liu. Okay? They rigged up papers for Shochun Liu and directed her what to do and how to do it. Okay? So, if she ain't getting out, what makes you think they getting out? She ain't getting out. Okay? Alright? Understand that. This thing is not going to be over with no little tactics. I don't care what happened. Because I personally know what they did. And because I personally know what they did, and I personally read these laws, these federal statutes, I'm going to see to it that justice be rendered. Okay? Those federal statutes were not created to be ignored. Okay? They wasn't created to be ignored. They were created to be utilized. And they're going to get utilized. All right? So let's cut these games out. I emailed Courtney last week and told her that if she, again, sent her another email and told her if she had if she was indifferent to any proposition of discovery, that she could directly contact me, through email and let me know. She's ignoring, and instead she's going to videos and citing them in the court papers and saying, "Oh, look at this! This is evidence of this, and this, and this." How you going? Don't you know that you have to confer? You have to confer with me. You have to confer with me. You can't say, "Oh, we're not going to have discovery and I'm not going to talk to him because I don't want to talk to him." Well, you might, since you might be in your feelings so much, you might need to get off the case, and they might need to get a new attorney so this thing can be handled properly and adequately, because you're just trying to race to get out, and it's not going to get out. You're not getting out. I'm never going to stop. Okay? You need to understand that. You need to understand that I'm not going to go away. It's not going to happen until justice is served. I'm going nowhere. Okay, Courtney? So answer my email. All right? Okay? I'm not going to bite you. Answer my email. Okay? Now, another person that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Officer Lucas Metz. We haven't forgot about you. We haven't forgot about you. The one that stopped us and lied. We haven't forgot about you. Like I said, everybody gonna get their turn. Everybody gonna get it. Everybody who did wrong they're gonna get it. You're not getting out. I don't care if you ain't heard me talk about you. I ain't forgot about you. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. All right. Unless this matter is solved and all these claims is handled simultaneously and resolved, then each person gonna get it. Because when we done resolving the issue with the next one, I'm going right down the line to the next one, 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 until everybody is covered. All right? Okay? No matter what has to be done, no matter how much time it takes, no matter what, you're not getting away with it. I'm obsessed with accountability, and they will be held accountable. Okay? All right? So I just wanted to make this short video to to touch light on a few things, because I'm disturbed behind this whole thing. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing, and this thing could have been over. It could have been over. It could have been over, and these people could be doing something different right now. But instead, they're gonna wake up and keep having this worry. They're going to wake up and keep knowing that I'm working. They're going to wake up and keep knowing that it's not over. They're going to wake up and keep knowing, oh, now it's this. They're going to wake up and keep knowing that, oh, damn, I thought this was over. Oh, damn, I thought. No. All right? So let's get it together. Let's get it together and get ready for this discovery. Okay? Get ready for this discovery. All right?